Welcome to Reaper Life 2, Episode 12. In this episode, we do R10 Sykros Jewel in Ataraxia, and we are level 10. And today I am joined by Ina Murata, relaxing here in the resort spa. Thank you for joining me, Ina.
No problem.
So looking back, I really felt like this quest was our moment where we came together as a team. This was probably the closest thing we're going to get this whole series to a flawless R10 run. I think we did remarkably well, and I remember afterwards that Nimbin had said he didn't even realize it was R10 because we were just cruising through it effortlessly.
Yeah, that's right. As I recall, he had that visual bug where it shows the wrong number of skulls. So we thought we were going in on R8, and honestly, it didn't even feel like an R8.
I had only done this one, I think, on R7 up to this point, and so R10 was a pretty big bump, and we did really well.
Extremely well. The end of the quest in particular, I'm not going to spoil, but it can turn into an absolute cluster if you're not careful, even on lower settings, and something just clicked.
It definitely, like all six personalities of the team just sort of, like, I feel like this was the point in which we sort of all meshed together. It was really awesome, and I remember realizing that right afterwards and telling you guys, like, right after that quest, it was like, this was it.
Definitely. There's been a lot of complaints in DDO lately that players running higher level content, higher difficulty content, it feels less like a team and more like six soloers running the same quest together. But this quest definitely felt like a transition from a bunch of people with their own playstyles and stuff to actually working together more as that well-oiled unit, realizing other players in the group capabilities, what they could do, what to be covering, etc.
So you're one of our returning members from Reaper Life 1, and I'm really happy that you're part of the second series. And so I wonder if you can talk about maybe any differences for you between Reaper Life 1 and 2.
Aside from the obvious difference of difficulty, because we're going way harder than we even went in Reaper Life 1. In RL1, it felt like we were just kind of more doing our own thing, and none of the videos or quests in that series really felt as cohesive as this one you're about to see. The fact that we've tailored our builds to work off each other with some redundancy and some of us having our own function, approaching things in different ways, it brings a lot more success to the group.
I wonder if you could talk about your build that you're doing this life a little bit.
What I'm doing is a Muncture build. I actually saw the level split on my final heroic life. Well, my last heroic life. I still have a set to do, but that's got a while to go yet. And I was running with Lucky Gina, the person behind the Deep Reap channel, and they were either them or one of the others in their group was running a similar type of build, high wisdom, paralyzing archer. And I figured that might be a build that could work well across races, and I got my Warforged lives out of the way first, and lo and behold, it was actually a pretty good build. One that you seem to have a decent time healing, at least.
Yeah, I can't say enough that your paralyzing arrows and your fear arrows have just been awesome and an integral part of us being successful, a critical part of the crowd control that we have. So, I'm really happy about, your performance and your contribution to this team.
Absolutely. I think at this point I was rocking high 40s DCs for my paralyzing arrows, which there's certain things that the paralyzing arrows and the fear arrows can get that the holds and charms and stuff like that just do nothing with.
So this is an R10 episode. In fact, I think a whole bunch of episodes we're going to have a big cluster of R10s. In fact, we haven't even started. We had like a 25 quest run of R10s in a row. In fact, we haven't even gotten there yet in the episodes, but we've done, we did some R10s pretty much every level. But I think, maybe about the next 10 episodes are going to be R10s. And I remember when we started this project that I said, I was hoping that we could capture, maybe 3 or 4 R10 quests on video, and we have exceeded my expectations, like just completely blown them away. So I'm wondering, like, how do you feel about that in terms of like how, like the R10s that you thought we might get done compared to what we have done?
I'm absolutely blown away. Even some of the lower level High Reaper we did without all our points or without all the good gear, and we still blazed through it just because we have that team cohesiveness starting to get together.
In almost every one of our R10 runs, there's a rough patch here or there, or maybe multiple rough patches, which I'm fine with. I mean, R10 should be really rough, and we should have some deaths. Although, like I said, in this one, it's probably the smoothest R10 run that we're going to see for the entire series. But yeah, I'm really shocked about how many R10s, and really pleased with how many we've gotten done.
Absolutely. And just because you're seeing this and how smooth this quest goes, if you find the right group and cultivate it, that is one of the advantages of a static group or a guild group, is that you get to know your other players better. You know what to expect. You know what you can do. You know what you can't do together. Despite that, it is still mind-numbingly difficult content.
So on our end, the videos are several levels behind where we're at. But on our end, we've been on a 2-week hiatus. In fact, tonight is going to be our first time we're running together in 2 weeks, and it feels kind of weird. The reason we've been on hiatus has been, multiple reasons out of our control, but we're going to start again tonight, and it just feels kind of weird. And I'm a little bit worried that, maybe we'll lose some momentum. And once the episodes catch up to the point of where we're at now on our end, I'll talk a little bit more about things. But how do you feel about knowing that here and right after this intro, we're gonna go right back in and start with an R10 video after not playing these tunes for 2 weeks?
To be honest, I am actually a bit thrilled by this. Even without the factors beyond our control, I was actually starting to burn out a little bit. It was still fun, but it was also feeling like a chore, and to be honest, I think the break is going to do us all a bunch of good.
I hope so. I mentioned to Nimvin, I was questing with him earlier on some alts, and I told him I was worried that we may have lost some momentum. He's like, no, I'm not worried about that at all. So I'm glad that both of you are like, hell yeah, let's do this. But I agree with you that, by the time we got finished with that R10, that 25 quest R10 run, which was just awesome, but it was also exhausting too. Do you remember that when we finally gave in and we did an R8?
Yeah, and we were almost relieved by the change in difficulty. I almost wish we could have done all those R10s, all 25 of them as videos, but y'all are still going to be seeing the choice cuts.
Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of them. We're doing like 2 videos per level now pretty much, and so there's going to be a bunch of them. So let's see, let's wrap it up. Or start to wrap it up. Is there anything that you want to mention? Anything that you want to talk about?
You're definitely going to start seeing us with our hair down in this episode as we are getting more comfortable with one another, and some stuff you may hear and you may be like, wait, what? But it's all in good fun.
Hell yeah, we had a great time in the Reclamation, and then that moves right into Sykros, which takes place right after that. So I hope the viewers will have as much fun watching it as we did doing it. And thank you, Ina, for joining me. So let's get right on to R10 Sykros Jewel.
Laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. See y'all.
If she takes her top off again, I'll join the polycule.
Woo. Got a free sticker with this sweet hard drive I bought. Add that to my shadow box.
Is it a sticker of cat dog from Nickelodeon?
It's a picture of your mom's left breast.
That's the worst one.
I know, but I already had the right breast, so.
Well, you know, if you have both of them, you can summon Exodius. Exodius? The Yu-Gi-Oh guy.
Exodia.
Yeah, Wikipedia.
You know, if I had 3 of them, I could do the blue eyes. No, ultimate white dragon.
Did you just
blue
summon
eyes
3 monsters in one turn?
Oh, yes.
I have a binder full of Yu-Gi-Oh cards somewhere.
I found out that one of the Critical Role stars is the voice for Alucard from Hellsing.
Okay, now before we go barreling in here, does anybody need FOM or spell resistance?
I'm
I
covered.
already hit everybody with spell resistance.
Think I need farm.
Okay. You have been FOM'd.
Thank you.
That's a Styxian. Oh, and a shaman.
That shaman just touched me.
Show me on the doll where he touched you.
Do you have the fan on?
Of
I
course
remember
Anna
we
does.
had this problem last summer with Ina's fan.
On the doll, you know, that takes me back to high school, or not high school, elementary school.
That takes me back to Catholic school.
Elementary school, no, some kid, probably was like 4th grade, some 6th grader picked me up and dropped me on my head. It was glorious.
What the fuck? Why?
He had this, like, card thing.
It's uncharmed behind us. And it's Vorpal.
Vorpal.
He had, like, 2 playing cards folded together into, like, a throwing star almost. And I was walking along, and he threw it, and it, I guess, landed at my foot, and I stepped on it. He was upset.
Carney.
Carney.
So he picked me up by my one leg and held me upside down and dropped me.
Oh, jeez.
That sounds like me back in high school.
So, yeah, but this is a 6th grader. That's freaking crazy. Anyway, that's how the principal was like, show me on the doll how he picked you up.
He grabbed me by my dick.
Grabbed me by my very large cock and balls that were probably non-existent at that age, but you know.
Yeah, I didn't grow mine until I became a lawyer.
There you guys go. Now you know why I'm so fucked up. And if it wasn't that time, it was definitely when I was young and I got dropped on my head as like a baby. That was the other time.
I almost got drowned when I was 3.
Your story makes me so sad because it reminds me of how much of a bastard I was back in my high school times.
Mickey, why are you in the front swinging your weapon at champion?
Because he's
trolls?
distracted.
Because I was bored standing in the back. There's nothing to do.
Ah, fuck, I grabbed that, sorry.
I don't give a shit. You need mana, I don't.
So when I was in 6th grade, I had gotten
You were
into,
dropped
like,
on your head?
you mentioned 6th grade and throwing stars. I had gotten into throwing stars, and I actually got some, like, real ones for Christmas. 6th grade.
No.
And, Carnage Reaper. They weren't sharpened when you get them. I guess you could sharpen them, but, you know, I'm only 12
Right.
years old, so I don't... In any event, And I even had like this belt buckle one, right? Like these are real throwing stars, not fucking toys. Real ones.
Right.
I'm 12 years old.
That ain't our ice storm.
Okay, so I'm playing around with them in the fucking parks and shit. I even like wore the belt buckle one to school. You know, this is like the mid '80s. But see, this is the thing. It was a different time. Like nothing happened.
Okay.
Is that?
Carry on.
What can you imagine? No, no. It's just can you imagine like today, a 12-year-old wearing an actual throwing star belt buckle to school? They'd be thrown in prison.
In high school, I used to wear leather pants with like 2 belts on, and I would have a handcuffs on the front of my pants, like locked into the 2 front belt loops, right? And they fucking flipped over the handcuffs.
Not our ice storm.
I can't believe it's not ice storm.
Yeah, I can't think of any like stupid things he used to do when I was in school. I guess belts started becoming a big thing at probably middle school is when it started. You know, with the sagging pants, people trying to be gangsters.
For me, I was wearing tight leather pants, fucking glow in the dark, frozen scorpion belt buckle that was huge and heavy. like it was a live scorpion that they just like put in some glass, and it was glow in the dark. And freaking I had like chains hanging everywhere, freaking handcuffs.
They did they started doing duct tape belts at school for people who had their pants sagging. If they didn't have a belt, they did them a duct tape belt. And they had to start charging people for taking them if they didn't bring them back, because people got, some people were like, "Oh, it's sweet, I got a duct
jumped
tape
down, guys.
belt."
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We gotta check out these caves. Our chest might be in these caves.
We got the chest, didn't we? The silver key?
The 2 chests are random. They could be anywhere. The fuck was that?
What was that?
Water.
That had to be tanks.
That had to be tanks, yeah.
And one of his plethora of offspring. Who aggressively wanted water.
That almost sounded like a ghost.
Oh, we got aggro.
And we got a Carnage Reaper.
Water!
I'll be happy when you switch from that fire rune arm, because that thing blows away my little weeds.
Burns your weeds.
How much longer?
Burns your weed.
Yeah.
Burns your bush.
How much longer are you gonna be using a fire-based rune arm?
Well, it does good damage.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Probably
I hate
till
fire.
13.
The arc welder. The arc
always-
welder is way better than that one. That comes in at 15.
I always rock
Armor
the
the
force
Archons
ones.
at
Yeah, I'm
13
not-
is also pretty good.
Yeah, but I'm not
Quarantine.
level 13 yet.
Quarantine at 14.
We got one more
arc
cave
welder
over
at
here, guys.
15.
You don't have a decibel meter?
What? I can't hear you over
For your fan.
over your muffleness. I don't know if it's a fan or her fiance's boobs in her face.
You need to
It's-
take that fan and stick it like right under your ass.
It's the mic that's not wanting to stay in the right fucking spot, because Chinese made garbage.
And that doesn't sound like Mike in the wrong spot. That sounds like something else. It
Sounds like Mike right in front of your fan.
Are you motorboating your fiance right now?
No!
While you're talking to us. I love how she said no, like that's like the most disgusting thing you
Oh,
can
I'm
do.
offended.
Oh, motorboating's savage and barbaric.
I got awkwardly silent there for a moment.
If you're gonna bring up your fiance's boobs, it's fair game.
It's motorboat.
Especially if you're gonna send us pictures.
Those are the
The
rules.
one I just got.
I'm not sending you pictures!
Well, at
Well,
least
then-
post them on the
Okay,
guild.
then we have a
It was a
problem.
video clip. I apologize.
Yeah, do something. Yeah, post it in the private guild forums. Or public, it depends on how kinky you are.
I think your fiance should have a say in this. Those aren't your boobs.
Yeah, are you making decisions about
She
other
isn't a
people?
guildie though, and this is a guild decision.
I am happy to let
Which
her into
I
the
am
guild.
saying
She's
no.
a family member, so I mean, technically speaking, we can
You
get
know,
right
I-
into the guild.
I was a medic
Oh, shit.
in the military.
Fear
This
Reaper.
could be a medical issue too.
Here's our other chest, though.
Well, we can get an honorary guildie forum account going. Don't worry.
It's dead. Nice vorpal.
Nice shoes.
Oh wait, that's the
Nice
optional.
chastity belt.
That's the optional. We don't want to go down there. And no, we don't get trap bonus for doing those traps.
And no, we don't get sandwiches.
Could I get a top off, please?
Yeah.
Not Ina's fiance's top off either.
We can go.
What are you tacoing about?
We can go.
Taco?
We can,
Whoa!
This conversation is going places.
after midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out. These girls get crazy after
Behind
midnight.
us.
They've got no morals and nothing to do.
Taco in the behind now? Holy
South,
shit.
south, south, guys.
Focus
Reaper
on the
life
fucking
gone
mob.
wild.
Drag it south. Drag it. Just bring it south,
Quit
please.
thinking with your dicks for a minute.
I don't want any more mobs to get aggroed on us.
Do you like dragons, Ginger?
What?
I know where this is going. Thank you.
Nimbin, do you like dragons?
I do.
Good, because I'd be dragging these balls all over you.
Oh, though that's actually really nice feeling. Like no homo. Like it's so soft and warm, especially when they're not like retracted, when they're just hanging.
Oh my
It's just-
fucking god.
Do you want me to start at the head and work my way down, or do you prefer
Like,
it the other way around?
One time when I was in Vietnam, I asked for a massage. It turns out the girl was a guy. She dragged her balls up and down my back, and it felt so good.
I'm getting you all castrations for your birthdays.
No.
Oh, my
thanks.
birthday's coming up really quick, actually.
All you need to do, though, Ina, is send them like one of those asparagus rubber bands.
Don't think I haven't been tempted.
I'm passing out freedoms.
I would
Very
not
tempting.
recommend
And death wards.
that.
Bomb, please. Please, please.
Did you say you were getting bombs and spell resistance?
And death ward and spell resistance.
Anthems.
Oh, okay. Well, sure. My eyes are stinging because of briefly crying.
That happens a lot in this group.
It sucks. My eyes.
Welcome
my
to
tears
Reaper
are
life,
so salty
We're
that
so
it just
happy to have you.
burns my eyes and makes me want to cry more. It's okay,
Okay.
though, because I just won't be able to see your health bars.
We're
If you
doing
watch
great
Root-
so far.
If you watch a lot of Voodoo Spice's videos, you'll realize that there's a couple of times his eyes end up burning.
Vooney needs to get him Voody. Wow.
Icky Mickey. Booty. Booty the foodie.
Pooey Voody.
Did you do masses, Mickey?
Fuck no, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
I was
master
born
shake
alive.
your asses.
You're born alive. That's good.
And you did
Uh.
remember to pick up that enhancement that lets you regenerate turns, right?
Oh no, I got rid of that last time.
You sound like that microphone that the Beastie Boys used when they sang the song Sabotage. Oh, I can't stand it. You know I planned it.
It's like Star Trek when he's mobbing down in the old convertible.
Let's
That
just
is,
bring
if
it.
you've
We're gonna
watched
bring
the
it
new
back.
Star
Bring
Trek.
it right back. Just go up and get it and bring it right back to this door.
Yeah, man. Go up and get it.
Yeah, man.
Get it hard. We got taco for dessert.
Choco tacos.
As long as it's white chocolate.
What's wrong with milk chocolate?
White chocolate is sweeter.
Oh,
Which
oh, I
chocolate
see
is
how
just
it
like
is.
powdered sugar and milk solidified.
It's wonderful. My favorite kind of chocolate.
That's not cocoa.
So
right
you have
behind,
you have
No
a preference,
optionals.
right behind Reese's Pieces.
but they still pop out
Carney.
even though.
Oh shit!
Flame mark.
Me.
Don't stand next to me now, Tanks.
Yeah,
Don't
if there's a
stand.
markup, just don't go through it in High Reapers.
Don't stand so close.
To me.
Alright, the mark is gone.
Who sings it?
The Police,
Sting?
off of the album.
One of
Dada
you is
Mandata.
right. One of you is wrong, technically speaking.
Well, Sting
Sting
sang
does sing it.
He's not the artist.
He
Although
is
I
the
guess
artist that
technically,
I mean, he is the artist in the group that sings it. But I
he's
think
not the
I
he's
think
the
Police
person
is the
who
more
sings it
accurate.
in the artist.
The police.
The
You guys
police
ready? Oh, wait, we'll
is
wait
the
for
band
Mama.
that
5 seconds.
performed the song.
Can I have this, Lost Soul?
Yeah. Don't even ask. Just take it.
Victories.
Unless I look like I'm out of mana. I don't give a shit.
Thank you.
I'll get her buffed.
I need to rebuff.
I'll get her in the behind.
Okay, we're gonna open this door. We're gonna have some CC up. And we're just gonna bring it on down because that door closes like 5 seconds after you open it. It's a pain in the ass, but we just need to be patient here, guys, and we'll have this done. And soon this will all be a happy memory.
What did any
Don't
of
be
those
that
words
person
just
that's
mean?
like I'm locked in there, Ina.
Fear
Oh
Reaper.
fuck. There it is. There it is. Fear's dead. And I'm knocked down. And did you grease us?
Damn, no. I wish I did.
Ooh, it's getting
And I'm
dicey.
out of mana.
There's one kidnapper left.
There he is. He's gonna
Flameborn,
get Mama.
behind you, mama.
Oh shit, I accidentally drank my coffee? No wonder I was moving so slow.
I was wondering why you were still
All
alive
right.
at negative 30-something.
I'm gonna use a couple clickies here, guys.
We're done.
No, we're gonna have some marchers up there, I think. Maybe even some casters.
Oh, no wonder my heals were not that great. Didn't have my actual weapon back on. Just rocking a raised dead scroll. It didn't matter before because I just had like a random dagger in my hand, but I've actually got potency and stuff in my hand now.
Yeah, look at all these mobs in here.
Alright, I was wrong. You're right.
Oh, watch out.
You're
Andrew.
smart.
Oh,
I'm
I've been
stupid.
shot.
You're
Oh,
good
no.
looking. I'm not
Take
attractive.
Oh god, level humanity.
That was an awesome run, guys. 20
Don't
minutes.
forget your collectible on the way out.
That leveled me.
R10, 20 minutes.
Oh no, I died.
Wait, that was R10?
Need a blade barrier,
I had a
squirrel mama?
respectable number of kills.
Oh,
Barely respectable,
sure.
but
I pulled one.
Yeah. Oh,
I'll trade it
Is
to you
it
when
in
we
the-
get out of here.
oh, okay.
what do we have? 2 deaths? 1 death?
I didn't die.
I think Mama
Minute.
was the only one that died.
But she has the most kills.
Look at
Yeah.
you, Mama.
Hey, look, it's Haas. Up in the lobby.
That was such an awesome run.
I had 15 kills.
It was
That's-
cool too
that's
because
cool.
like I've
Yeah, really
never
awesome.
completed this above R6. Gotta get the collectible.
What do we got next?
We're gonna step
basically
out here,
casual.
and we're gonna
I think
get.
that's it for 10s, but
I
I can't
don't
take
even-
level yet.
We're gonna go
No,
out
no,
Neither
we
can
have
I.
get
a
our
lot more
explorer
time.
here, and
I
then we're
gotta
gonna be
spend
done.
my Reaper
Thanks for
point.
watching this episode.
I'm like, I'm
I didn't even know that was
3K out.
R10.